Thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. I am Andy Mack, and it is week one of the NFL season. The first Sunday of the football year is already kicked off, and we already know who's playing in the Super Bowl in New Orleans. Not necessarily the two teams, but Kendrick Lamar has gotten the nod to perform, to headline the Super Bowl halftime show. I want to put up this post here on Live Now from Fox's NFL saying Kendrick Lamar heading to New Orleans on that February 9th day in 2025 to headline the Super Bowl, is set to perform the 2025 Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show. He also put out this little bit of a tease video as he made this announcement earlier on.
There you go. Give me one more. Ah. Come on. Two more. Just like that. You ready? Exactly. What the deal, everybody? My name's Kendrick Lamar, and I'll be performing at Super Bowl 59. Will you be pulling up? I hope so. You know it's only one opportunity to win a championship. No round twos. Let's get it. Boom! I won't want you to miss it. Meet me in New Orleans, February 9th, 2025. Wear your best dress, too, even if you're watching from home. Let's go. Yee! That's what I'm talking about, man. Now we can get to it for real. Come on, you gotta make sure you catch him with the hands open like that. We running real routes, you gonna be messing up.
All right, that was Kendrick Lamar bringing it is going to be a good vibe in New Orleans for it. Let's bring into the conversation right now Associated Press entertainment writer, producer Jonathan Landrum Jr. We appreciate your time here on Live Now from Fox. And give me a sense, what is the initial reaction we hear Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl, and did we get any sense, any hints in that maybe tease video about what's to come in New Orleans in the Superdome in February? I think you might be muted here, Jonathan, but of course, we're still working on it. But there you go. What's the reaction?
So once again, thank you for having me. With this teaser, the NFL and Roc Nation and Apple Music, they rarely give any hint of extra details at all. We just know that Kendrick is a really great performer. He is top tier. And he is the hottest in the game right now when it comes to hip hop and music beyond.
No, that is a very good point. The hottest in the game. We're going to get to that in just a little bit. But Kendrick also putting out a statement saying that rap is the most impactful genre. And the NFL might agree, as we've seen names like Usher, Rihanna, Dr. Dre, Snoop in most recent years. Is he accurate in saying that, from Lamar saying rap the most impactful genre?
Absolutely. Rap, hip hop. Is pop music. It's popular music by far. I think a couple years ago, when during a performance with Dr. Dre and Snoop and Mary J and Eminem and 50 Cent and of course Kendrick, they put on a full display in front of everybody here in Los Angeles, actually Inglewood. But it was on full display. Everybody had a chance to see how much hip hop and rap resonates with not only the rap and hip hop community, but also others as well beyond the genre. So no, Kendrick hit it right on the head with that quote of his that rap is here and is strong and is beloved and is here to stay.
Yeah, and you mentioned maybe some of those performances as he was a part of a halftime show, not the headliner for that Dr. Dre, Snoop, but so many different artists, so many great artists there. We're in Inglewood at SoFi Stadium for that one. Can you give us a sense of the performance, what it could look like? Because some of the production value goes up in a big way for Super Bowl halftime shows. We saw Rihanna with her performance recently as well. What could a production for Kendrick Lamar look like on Super Bowl Sunday?
It's still a little too early to know exactly what he's going to bring to the table. But what I can say is look back at some of his music videos that he has been a part of already. They're very homegrown. they're very much him. And you have to also think about this as well. Kendrick just had a Juneteenth concert here in Southern California during a time where it was all about unity and about LA and everyone coming together. The Super Bowl is also during Black History Month. So I'm sure Kendrick is going to, bring his own element, and he's going to celebrate hip hop and his culture as much as he can.
Yeah, it's always great to see the uniqueness of all of these shows and what these artists kind of visualize to put on the stage, as they really no expenses kind of short of what's to go on there. But let's talk about, you mentioned the word homegrown, and maybe people in New Orleans and Louisiana very proud of the music that comes out of that region. What are we hearing from people about this? And obviously, Kendrick Lamar from Compton, from the Los Angeles area. Are they, some people, maybe not so excited to see him, or wish there were someone else at least?
Yeah, I think, here's the thing. With Kendrick, it's always a win-win. So you're always going to win with Kendrick being your headliner. However, there are some that are hoping that there is some type of New Orleans type of flavor is inserted somehow into the halftime performance. You have so many different artists from Louisiana, from New Orleans, who have represented so much out of the over the years. I mean, you have your Lil Waynes, you have your Juveniles of the world, you have your bounce music, Big Frida. You have so many different elements of music that comes from New Orleans that I think people would love to see during the halftime show. I mean, I don't have any details yet, but you just never know what you might see.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe pay some homage to that in Bourbon Street, so maybe musically inclined with all of just the flavor of New Orleans. Let's also get into something you also said is the hottest in the game, and I think a lot of people maybe think of Kendrick Lamar, they think of the beef with Drake as well, and Kendrick Lamar getting the nod to perform at the Super Bowl. Where does that change maybe the conflict between those two, the beef, and does this maybe ultimately lead to Kendrick Lamar having another thing over Drake in this beef?
Well, there's one word that I saw online that has resonated with me, and it's the word checkmate. Checkmate on behalf of Kendrick Lamar. He's clearly at this point, the momentum that he has, he will continue to carry that over into the new year, going into Super Bowl. I mean, of course, again, like I mentioned before, he had his pop out concert on Juneteenth here in Inglewood, and it turned out to be a phenomenal show all around, legendary. He did things that many other artists in Los Angeles was unable to do when he brought so many artists, so many rappers, people from other gang cultures. They came together because of him, and they supported him, and that carries some weight. They carry some weight when it comes to the music industry, especially those who worked with Drake before, and for them to come and support him on that particular day, it really made some positive waves when it came to Kendrick. Even though the man is a multi-Grammy winner, a Pulitzer Prize winner, but still, that really did a lot for him.
Yeah, 17-time Grammy Award winner, like you mentioned, and he might be playing chess, not checkers, against Drake, and that's what you said, checkmate as well. But give us a sense of Kendrick Lamar if people have not heard of him. He comes from a Dr. Dre, certainly kind of discovered him, called him a, quote, forever artist. Talk a little bit about the rise of Kendrick and since he was discovered, and maybe what he's done since then.
Oh, absolutely. Kendrick, I remember I interviewed Kendrick like right before the release of his debut studio album, Good Kid, Mad City, which, I mean, a lot of people consider that a classic album. In my book, it definitely is. And he has continued to maintain his status, maintain his thought of mind. He has continued to grow as an artist. His lyricism is almost second to none. and he's very thought-provoking. He's very just real and honest. And I think that really resonates with a lot of people who can identify with Kendrick, because he really does stand for the people. And when you do that, people are going to support you over and beyond.
Yeah, and some of the lyrics you mentioned, he feels like he brings up a lot of athletes in different songs, so that is a very good connection there to the NFL. And around the Super Bowl, we always talk about betting odds. There's so much to bet on. You could probably even bet on what song Kendrick will start with during the Super Bowl halftime show. Give people a sense, what could be that opening number? What could be the kind of headlining song for the headliner? And what other songs do we hope to hear on Super Bowl Sunday?
Well, Kendrick has so many different bangers. I mean, of course, recently he had like that with a song that he did with Future and also Metro Boomin. It's no telling which song he's going to start off with, but I can tell you which song he's definitely going to perform. And it's Not Like Us. That was a song that he has performed on numerous occasions. Again, during his concert, pop out concert. Again, I think he played that several times. I think I lost count while I was there. But he also has other different tunes as well. He has All Right. He has Black of the Berry. Yep. He has a full catalog of hits, bangers, and songs that people will very much enjoy listening to, and also enjoy seeing him perform as well. But Not Like Us.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a song that's gonna resonate with a lot of people as well.
Yeah, it's always fun to see all the kind of set list and how they manage the time frame, bringing in some of the new songs with the old songs to some of the hits and the lesser known songs. They also talk about rumors of cameos, of people that will join on the stage. And I would be remiss to ask, because as we talk about the NFL and the Super Bowl halftime show, Taylor Swift has become synonymous with them, and Kendrick Lamar does have a song featuring on Taylor Swift featuring Kendrick Lamar. Is that a possibility? Is that maybe so out of the realm with such a big name, or could we envision that happening on Super Bowl Sunday, even if the Chiefs aren't in it?
Right. Honestly, it's kind of hard to say at this point. However, of course, Kendrick, he does have a song with Taylor, but I'd be interested to see if he goes that direction. I know with a lot of times with headliners, I know that they just don't want to be overshadowed by another major artist. But at the same time, like with Rihanna, she did a full performance and it was just her. Yep. And she stood on the stage on her own. The guest star on that stage with Rihanna was her baby, unborn baby. But for Kendrick, there are some possibilities there. I mean, of course, nothing has been confirmed yet, but I mean, inserting the New Orleans flavor, there, that could be a possibility. I think people would love to see that somehow, and it could possibly happen. Yeah. It would be great to see Lil Wayne, just me personally. Myself.
And then dropping a little New Orleans on it. And I know the Taylor Swift question, very long odds to see if she would go. But I had to ask you about this. Jonathan Landrum Jr., before I let you go, I want to ask you your favorite halftime Super Bowl performance of all time. Where is it? What is it?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Man, I think I had this conversation with Snoop earlier this year. And his performance with Dr. Dre, Mary, Kendrick, Eminem, and Fifth is there. That's one of my favorites, but it's hard to say pick that over Print and Purple Rain. My goodness, my Lord, that was phenomenal.
I was going to hope you were going to go there, and obviously the Dre Snoop performance, there was just too many big artists that that was almost unfair to have them all on one stage share a performance together. But I spent some time in Minnesota, so I also like the Purple Rain, the Prince performance, just the performance, but also the setting in Miami when that happened, when the rain was falling. It's hard to beat for sure. Jonathan Landrum, thank you again for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. I appreciate your time as always.